You feel lost. Some days it feels like all you do is scan the horizon, just waiting for a grand purpose to show up and give your life meaning. You scroll through the highlight reels of everyone else's lives, and a quiet question echoes in your mind. What's my why? What's the point of all this? But that big, singular, world-changing mission, it never seems to arrive, and the waiting itself starts to feel heavy. What if I told you a wise Buddhist master would say you're looking in the completely wrong direction? What if your purpose isn't hiding out there, waiting to be found? What if it's right here, waiting to be built, starting today, with your very next breath? Because in the quiet wisdom of Buddhism, purpose isn't something you find, it's something you create, moment by moment, with intention and care. And you know what? This feeling of being adrift is incredibly common. We're raised on stories of destiny, of finding that one thing we were born to do. Society tells us to find our passion, our calling, and then turn it into a career that's not only fulfilling, but also really impressive. We see it everywhere. The entrepreneurs with their billion-dollar ideas, the artists creating masterpieces, the activists changing the world. Their purpose seems so clear, so loud. And in comparison, our own lives can feel quiet, repetitive, and painfully ordinary. The days just blend into a cycle of waking, working, eating, sleeping, with this persistent, low-grade hum of dissatisfaction. We start to believe we're missing some secret ingredient, that we're somehow flawed because we haven't been handed our cosmic assignment yet. This search for a huge, overarching purpose creates a weird kind of paralysis. We wait for a sign from the universe, a lightning bolt of clarity that'll tell us which way to go. But life rarely works like that. And so we stay stuck, believing we can't truly start living until we have the entire map in our hands. We think, once I know my purpose, then I'll be happy. Then I'll start that project. Then I'll feel fulfilled. But from a Buddhist perspective, this way of thinking is the very root of our struggle. The constant searching, the craving for a different reality, and the attachment to this idea of a perfect life purpose. These are the chains that keep us from seeing the meaning that's already here. The desperate need for an answer becomes a source of anxiety and self-judgment. We're so busy scanning the horizon for a distant ship that we don't even notice the treasure buried right at our feet. That ache you feel isn't a sign that you're purposeless. It's the pain of looking for something outside yourself that can only ever be cultivated within. Now, imagine you're sitting with a wise Buddhist teacher. You explain this deep sense of being lost, this frustrating search for a single, monumental purpose. The teacher would probably listen with a lot of compassion and then gently offer a profound shift in perspective. They might use an analogy. Imagine you're standing by a lake at night, trying to capture the moon. You see its perfect silvery reflection shimmering on the water, and you spend all your energy trying to scoop it up. But every time you try, the reflection shatters. You get frustrated, thinking the moon is impossible to grasp. All the while, the real moon has been hanging silently in the sky above you, whole and serene. That popular idea of finding your purpose is a lot like chasing the moon's reflection. We chase an ideal, a future achievement, a perfect identity that we think will finally make us feel whole. But Buddhist wisdom teaches us to stop chasing the reflection and just look up. The purpose isn't a destination you have to reach. It's the sky you're already under. It's the very fabric of your existence. And this is the great Buddhist reframe. Purpose isn't something you discover as a final destination, but something you actively create and live out with every step you take. It's a process, not a prize. Meaning comes from how you live each day, not from what you ultimately achieve. This frees you from the paralysis of waiting. You don't need all the answers to start. The core purpose, from a Buddhist standpoint, is beautifully simple and accessible to everyone. The ultimate purpose is to awaken, to free ourselves and others from suffering. It's a shift from asking, "What can I get from the world?" to asking, "What can I offer the world, right where I am?" This isn't about self-sacrifice. It's about recognizing that we are all interconnected and finding deep fulfillment in contributing to the well-being of the whole. When compassion becomes the force behind your actions, even the smallest choices become filled with profound meaning. So, how do we actually start walking this path? How do we start creating a purposeful life instead of endlessly searching for one? Buddhist wisdom offers a few invitations, practical paths you can explore starting today. Let's walk through 3 of them. Path 1. Embrace the ordinary, the sacred in the mundane. We've been sold a myth that purpose has to be grand, extraordinary, and headline-worthy. We think meaning is only found in scaling mountains or launching companies, but Buddhism gently guides us back to a deeper truth. Purpose is most often found in the small, seemingly mundane moments of our daily lives. The secret isn't in what you do, but in the awareness you bring to it. It's about practicing mindfulness, being fully present with your life as it is, right now, without judgment. When you bring your full attention to a task, it transforms from a chore into a sacred practice. Think about washing the dishes. You can do it on autopilot, your mind a million miles away, lost in worries and to-do lists. Or you can treat it like a meditation. You can feel the warmth of the water on your hands. Notice the smooth surface of the plate. Take a simple satisfaction in the act of cleaning, of bringing care to your environment. In that moment of full presence, washing the dishes becomes an act of gratitude. This applies to everything. Your morning commute can become a chance to notice the sky. A routine meeting at work can become a practice of deep listening, of truly hearing your colleagues instead of just waiting for your turn to talk. A conversation with a loved one, free from your phone, becomes a real connection. This is the practice of right intention. The goal isn't just to finish the task, but to be fully present during the task. You can bring an intention of kindness, patience, or gratitude to anything you do. By doing this, you stop resisting your ordinary life and instead discover the extraordinary that was hidden inside it all along. Each breath, each step, each choice is the purpose you've been looking for. Path 2. Live as service, the power of Bodhicitta. When we think of service, our minds often jump to huge gestures, volunteering in another country or donating a ton of money. And while those are noble acts, Buddhism presents a much more immediate form of service, rooted in the principle of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta translates to the mind of enlightenment, or more poetically, the awakened heart. At its core, it's the profound wish to awaken for the benefit of all living beings. It's the understanding that your personal liberation is deeply tied to the liberation of everyone else. It turns your purpose from a solo quest for happiness into a shared journey of reducing suffering. Living with this awakened heart doesn't mean you have to change your job or your life. It just asks you to shift your perspective. You start to see every moment as a chance to ease someone else's burden, however small. When you hold the door for a stranger, you're practicing bodhicitta. It's a small act of kindness that makes their path a little easier. When you truly listen to a friend who is struggling, without jumping in with advice, you're practicing bodhicitta. You're creating a compassionate space for them. When you do your job with integrity, you're practicing bodhicitta. You're being of service to your colleagues, your clients, and your community. This path reframes purpose completely. It's no longer about what you achieve for yourself, but about how you show up for others. The checkout clerk, the driver in the next lane, the family member you find challenging. Every person becomes an opportunity to practice compassion. The question, "What is my purpose?" gets replaced by, "How can I help?" In that shift, a deep, resilient sense of meaning begins to grow. Path 3. Befriend your difficulties, the cracks that let the light in. A life that feels purposeless can often feel defined by its struggles, past pain, present anxieties, future fears. We tend to see these difficulties as obstacles, as signs that we've gone wrong somewhere. We think if we were truly living our purpose, life would be smooth and easy. Buddhist wisdom offers a radical alternative. Pain is not a sign you failed. It's a compass pointing you toward your deepest growth. Buddhism teaches a crucial distinction here. Pain in life is unavoidable. We all experience loss, disappointment, and sickness. But suffering, that's the story we tell ourselves about the pain. It's the resistance, the feeling of, this shouldn't be happening to me. This path invites you to stop running from your pain and instead turn toward it with curiosity and compassion. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You can learn to ask, what is this trying to teach me? This simple question transforms difficulties from punishments into teachers. Your struggles aren't random, they are your personal curriculum for awakening. There's a beautiful idea that the cracks are where the light gets in. Your vulnerabilities, your past wounds, your failures, these aren't things to hide in shame. They are the very source of your strength, your empathy, and your wisdom. The person who has known deep loss can offer the most profound comfort to someone who is grieving. The person who has navigated intense anxiety can offer the most authentic guidance to someone lost in fear. Your struggles have uniquely qualified you to serve others walking a similar path. They've cultivated a specific kind of compassion in you that couldn't have grown any other way. Your past pain isn't a barrier to your purpose. It is the raw material of your purpose. It's the soil from which your most meaningful contributions will grow. But knowing this stuff is one thing. The real change happens when you start weaving it into your daily life. Purpose isn't built in one big flash of insight, but through small, consistent, intentional actions. It just takes a gentle daily practice, and it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as this. Start your morning with a moment of intention. Before you grab your phone, just take 3 deep breaths. Set a simple goal. It could be, today, I'll bring awareness to one ordinary task, drawing from the first path. Or, today I'll look for one small chance to be of service, inspired by the second path. This simple act points your mind toward what truly matters. Throughout your day, practice mindful check-ins. When you feel stressed or lost, just pause. Notice the feeling without judging it. If you're facing a challenge, gently ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This brings you to the third path, turning a tough moment into a moment of growth. End your day with a moment of gentle reflection. Before you sleep, reflect not on what you accomplished, but on your state of being. Ask yourself, when did I feel most aligned with my intention today? Or, where did I show kindness, to myself or to others? This isn't about judging your performance, but about acknowledging your efforts with compassion. This simple cycle is how a purposeful life is built, thread by thread. In the end, the most liberating teaching Buddhism offers about purpose is this. It's not a grand secret hidden out there for you to find. Your purpose is written in your actions, your thoughts, and the compassion in your heart. You don't need a perfect final answer to move forward. The path reveals itself not before you start, but as you walk it, with each mindful and courageous step. So if you feel lost, the invitation is simple. Just come back. Come back to your breath. Come back to this present moment. Come back to the quiet, ordinary miracle of your own life. When you live with mindfulness, kindness, and sincerity, your life naturally becomes meaningful. This is how you know your why, not through thinking about it, but through the lived experience of creating a life of purpose, starting right now. If this perspective resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more mindful wisdom. I'd be honored to continue this journey with you. And now, for your own reflection, I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments. What is one small, ordinary act that you can bring more awareness and intention to today?